Hi, today's the 7th of September, game day for NFL Round 1. You can see over here I have a bunch of calendar events on a calendar. That calendar is Mandy's at techvader.com. You can see I'm in the day view, and I can go up here to the picker and do the old schedule. And there's that crazy town of data, essentially all the NFL data. We've done several series over the last 2 years on MLB, NFL, MLB, NBA, and then we're back to NFL data. So what I'm going to show you here is how we update data, and essentially it's super simple. I already sent this data here to a create service, create@calendarsnack.com. That is our pipeline. That pipeline, once used for a particular event, this event in particular, Orleans Saints against Arizona Cardinals, has already been stamped in our database for round 1 in this particular data set. All this data is in this database right here. So that data went in via create command. It gets stored and processed into DynamoDB, and it sits there and can be updated in a unlimited number of times up until obviously the time is passed, and you can't do it past the time. But the point is we disassemble it and we store it, and then we can call it with our REST API. So what I did here in this other slide was I essentially used a mini site for the NFL. I became a persona who was Zach at techvader.com. I put in some games, I clicked some buttons, and essentially the calendar invites were sent out to Zach's calendar, and then we scored it in our database over here. So the pipeline goes from here, from left to right. So that's kind of where we're at here in the demo. And what I'm going to do here is update this data here in Mandy's calendar, because she's the organizer, and you'll see what happens downstream. So downstream in the console itself, then downstream in this application running live here, which is a mini site Arnie built for us, who works with us, and this mini site is running all data for NFL. So everything got loaded off of Mandy's calendar, got sucked into the calendar invite server itself. These APIs here at the bottom of our stack basically are running right here, and they're gathering all this data and building out this page. And when Zach puts his email address in, he gets the calendar invite. Now what's happening down here in stage 1 is Mandy's going to go back. Basically, I'm taking on the persona of Mandy as an actor. I'm going to go and change this data. And what's going to happen for round 1, September 7th data, on a few of them, it's going to reprocess through this pipeline here automagically, and it's going to refresh and send out a new calendar invite to Zach downstream, who is acting as Mandy's customer. So we're back to Mandy's calendar. I'm going to update the booth. Instead of 983, I'm going to put 1000. I'm just going to hit save. This database records already made it, like I said, to our pipeline here. So in the pipeline, I just resent it. It's going to reprocess it to the Dynamo database. Is going to deconstruct it. It's going to understand there's a UID there already for that particular event, made it to the calendar invite for Mandy. We're going to basically increment it +1. We're going to replicate the data in here with the new data, and then essentially API number 1 is called here, and we're going to send out the new calendar invite. So to prove that I just did that, let's just go into here, the dashboard, which is part of our workflow. This is Mandy's dashboard to the Calendar Snack interface, and in particular, this is her interface to all her data. So let's just go look at the 7th, and then go look at the Saints, which is right here, New Orleans Saints versus Cardinals, right there. And if you view that data, I updated it to booth 1000. There you go, right there. So that data has been updated. And if we go look in Zach's database record downstream, you'll see that he received an update because he had the original one that he received here from this live mini site that Arnie built, and he receives a new one right here with the booth number in it. So he says yes to it. So that's basically the pipeline workflow. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to do a couple more. Thanks.